Do you struggle with self-discipline? Do you cringe like this when you just hear the word self-discipline? Do you think that is a bad word? If you do, you're going to want to stick around because I'm going to give you 5 steps to activate self-discipline with little effort. Yes, that's right. Hey. Welcome to another episode of Sis Stop Sulking, a safe space that guides you to your dream life faster by making simple, actionable tweaks to your mind, body, and goals. My name is Miss Tasha Talks Life, and I am your host. If you are new here, welcome to the channel, welcome to the show. If you are returning, hey girl, hey, welcome back. I know you hear the word discipline, it just seems like a punishment or something bad or whatever, but actually self-discipline, in my opinion, is like the top tier to self-love, because when you have discipline, you're able to do more, have more, be more, and all the things, right? And so self-discipline, so I have my notes here, but self-discipline basically is doing the thing that you know you need to do regardless of how you feel, most often for improvement, right? So it's very important to have discipline when you're trying to achieve goals, and that's what we're all about here. We're about action steps, we're about achieving goals, we're about mindset and body and total body and all of that. So if you have a problem with self-discipline or you feel like you want some little tips, just stick around. So as we get into the episode, I want to start with the quote, and today's quote is, "With this magic ingredient, you can accomplish anything and everything you want to. And it is called Self-Discipline" by Brian Tracy. So this little simple thing, because it's not, I think what it is, I think the reason why you struggle with self-discipline is because, number one, your why is not big enough. The reason why you want to do the thing is not big enough. The consequence for not doing a thing may not be strong enough, but it's very important to still do that. So here we are. I got some tips for you that is going to help you to activate self-discipline even with little effort. Okay, so 5 ways. Get your journal and your favorite pen, and let's jump right into it. Okay, so the first way is to compare and contrast where you are now and where you desire to be. So where are you at? If we're going to use finances, because that's usually I use health or finances because they're pretty simple to give examples for. So finances, if you are broke or you're living paycheck to paycheck, that's where you are now. Where you desire to be is to be able to have your emergency fund, be able to take, to have a savings account as well as bills paid off, whatever that may be. When you compare those two things, then you know kind of the path that you need to get there. You know what that looks like. And it gives, well, when I think about it, it gives me a little uncomfortable feeling to acknowledge where I am and where I desire to be, and to gauge like how far am I from where I want to be, or am I not that far? So if you're like, okay, I want to lose a couple of pounds and I've been working out consistently for X, Y, Z, where you are now, where you desire to be may not be that far off, but it's important to first identify that, right? And then we have number 2, which is to journal all the obstacles and actions to combat the obstacles. So it's like the if-then example. So first you compare and contrast from where you are, and then you identify any obstacles that's going to come in your way, that's going to stop you. So it's like, if this happens, then this. For example, if your goal is to save money, right, and you want to pay off this one credit card, your if then could be, if my girls ask me to go to brunch, then I'll say no and stay home, right? Because you're trying to save. So you have an if-then strategy in place, which I love. And it's almost like also with losing weight. It can go with anything, if-then. So you're kind of projecting or trying to identify any roadblocks or obstacles that may come up so that you have a strategy to combat that. So the number 3 would be eliminating the obstacles from your environment. So what that means is like you want to reduce any challenges or hurdles by, for example, for me, Hawaiian rolls, right? And so when I was on my journey of health and wellness and, paying attention to my body after having 2 surgeries at one time and realizing like, okay, I got to get myself together. Summer was around the corner and all of that. I realized that Hawaiian rolls is my weakness, right? So I stopped bringing it in the house. So I eliminated the obstacle by not bringing it in. So if you know what your weakness is, or you know that, you're not strong enough yet, then you want to eliminate that obstacle from your environment. So that's the third thing. And so before I continue, I just want to ask you, on a scale of 1 to 10, how disciplined would you say you are? And if you are disciplined, if you're like a 6 and up, what has worked for you? Now, if you're a 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, what is your biggest struggle? So I would like to know, let me know in the comment section, 1 to 10, what is your biggest challenge, or how disciplined are you, and what has worked or not worked for you? What's your struggles? Okay. Now, number 4, the fourth way to activate self-discipline is to shift your negative mindset around the thing that you know you need to be doing for your improvement to a positive outlook, right? So how do you do that? You know that you don't like working out. You know you don't, like for me, I don't believe in depriving myself of the things that I enjoy, right? So everything is like in moderation. So you have to shift your mindset to be positive about it. Now, if you know you don't like doing something, how can you rewrite that? How could you change your thought process? Maybe thinking about, why do you need to do this thing? If you need to lose weight, why? What's the goal? Like, what is the objective? What is the big thing? And then, acknowledging that. If you want to save money, why do you have to look at it as a negative thing, as, I can't do this, I can't do that, instead of saying, okay, I get to save so that I can pay off my credit cards. It's going to free me up to do more things, right? So you want to shift your negative mindset and think about it, and also make whatever the task is, or the thing that you need to do that you don't want to do, make it more enjoyable, make it fun. Like, if, again, the same example of like working out and losing weight. For me, I don't like the treadmill. So why would I do it? If I'm trying to, why can't I do something that I enjoy doing? Zumba, Pilates is the new bae. I love Pilates. I went to a free trial with my girlfriend the other day, and it was a beginner class, so I felt like I could have had a little more resistance. It was like the machine, I think it's called the Reformer. And after that, it was an excellent workout. And then we did like a stretch after. I felt so loose and so relaxed and so good that I was sold. I was like, all right, it's not in the budget, but I'm going to save up. I'm going to make sure that I get this because it's fun for me. It made me feel good. Even now, it's tricking my mind, and I'm actually working out and I'm having fun doing it. And then my girlfriend, cherry on top, she hit me with a Groupon. And then I was like, oh, I'm definitely in. So I signed up. I got 5 classes now, and I'm happy about it. And I'm actually working out. You know what I'm saying? Instead of going to the gym and going on a treadmill that I absolutely hate, right? So that's what you want to make it also fun and enjoyable. And another thing with Pilates, I don't know, every time when I was in there and I was doing the different exercises, I kept thinking of Lori Harvey when she was on the red carpet. Yes, she's a lot younger than me, and she didn't have 3 kids, but she was on the red carpet, and they were like, oh, you look so good. Like, what is it? She was like, Pilates. I was like, oh, so as I was doing it, I was like, Pilates. And so, yeah, I'm going after the Lori Harvey abs, but no. So we want to make it fun, enjoyable, so that you can, so it's sustainable. It's doing something that you love and doing something that you need to do at the same time. Then we have number 5. The 5th way to activate self-discipline is by tracking your progress, visual representation, and what that does is that builds consistency, which creates motivation, which creates an outcome of positive goal achievement, right? And so let me give you an example of visual representation. So visual representation is basically, as you do the thing that you know you need to do, right? And you do it consistently, you mark it off, check it off, X it off, whatever that looks like for you. So one example is I have a calendar about this big in my kitchen, and I go to the gym. When I come home, I put an X on it, and I write gym, and then I do it to the next day, and I start to see, oh wow, I went to the gym 4 days this week. I went to the gym 5 days this week, and it's just, it builds up your motivation and your confidence also, because you're consistently doing a thing. So just imagine, think about finances. You know how they have those budget books, and it's like save 5,000, save 10,000 in a year, save 5,000 in 6 months, whatever it is. If you notice, it's a visual representation, because each box is either a money bag with an amount. And so the goal is, when you put that into your envelope, you color it in or you check it off. And so just seeing that is gonna entice you to continue to do it, and that way, next thing you know, you have money saved up. So it's a real trick of the mind. There's some psychology behind it. I'm not a psychologist, but I know it, and that is going to get your mind to go. So you want to track your progress with some visual representation as you are going through and doing the thing. What I want to offer you is, I have a quiz. It's called The Hard Truth About Your Self-Love and Life Goals. Are you sabotaging your success? So it's a personal growth quiz. It has 10 questions. And what you do is you take the quiz. It's going to tell you, how are you taking care of yourself? How are you practicing self-care? How are you doing with your goals and your discipline? And it's really an eye-opener to where you need to improve and where you need to celebrate. It's a free quiz. You want to go to TashaTalksLife.com/quiz and take that quiz, so you can identify that. And if you want to take it a step further, you can book a call with me. What we'll do is we'll go through, it's a fast-paced 30-minute call. We're going to talk about your roadblocks. We'll talk about your deep desires and dreams, and then the next best step that to activate that discipline, to activate achieving those goals. So you can go also to TashaOwens.com and schedule a self-discovery call with me. And did you write this down? I hope you did, because these are some, there's many ways to activate self-discipline, but when I think about myself and my journey, because I'm very disciplined, and what happens is, when you're disciplined in one thing, it trickles into every other thing in your life. So it's very important to take heed, write the stuff down, not just up here for me, but write that down, and then see which one you're going to implement first. Which one do you like? Let me know in the comments. What do you like? Which one do you like? Oh, okay, I could do that. I could start that, because I'm just eager to hear it. I want to hear it. I want to end with the mindset declaration for this episode. We're going to write these down in our journals. Repeat it after me. I have discipline. I have the discipline I need to accomplish my goals. I show up for myself every day. The only way I can fail is if I quit. And so if I wanted to give you a bonus, or a little something that you could put at the bottom, a number 6, it would be to give yourself grace. Okay, give yourself grace. Understand that it takes effort, yes, but it also takes time. Like, you just have to. One of my the way I teach my clients is basically do the day-to-day method, and I think I came up with this on my own. But day-to-day. So today let's talk about saving money for a budget, right? So today I'm not going to go to Starbucks today, right? You don't go to Starbucks, you save about $15 not going to Starbucks. So today I'm not going to go to Starbucks. Tomorrow comes, today I'm not going to go to Starbucks. Tomorrow comes, today I'm not going to go to Starbucks. And guess what? You've saved $45 by not going to Starbucks. So it's just a day-to-day method, something that you can do day-to-day, because I love that. Because what happens is, when you say, I'm not going to go to Starbucks for 7 days, I'm not going to go to Starbucks all month, I'm not going to go to Starbucks, it's so far, and you have not exercised that muscle, you have not put in the work yet to really be able to do that. So guess what? You fall off, and next thing you know, you're spending $15 a day again, and then you're starting over again. So implement the day-to-day method. Let me know if that's something that you can do, or you'll want to do. And yeah, so, okay, I hope that helps. Again, I want you to comment below one of your takeaways, one of your actions. Again, we're all about action here. Action takers are money makers. But yeah, so Like if you got some value from this episode, subscribe, share with at least one friend. Don't gatekeep, don't keep it for yourself. Share with at least one friend. We are everywhere. Connect with me on all social media platforms as Tasha Talks Life. I look forward to hearing from you. I want you to be well and remember that your past does not dictate your future. Till next time.